That's great. That's very good. So I can see like today the strength is very high, right? Everyone is present. Okay. Is there anyone who is absent? Okay. How many of the students are absent today? Yes. Five. Okay. And what about school too? How many? Five. Okay. That's very good. So, but actually you should not be absent, right? Yes or no? Okay. So do you know which class do we have today? Yes, which class? Physical science. Okay, so I have a surprise for you all. What if I say today we are not going to learn anything from your textbooks? Yes, but but it's a very important thing which you are going to. Yes, that is a very important thing which we are going to discuss, which will be very useful in your day-to-day life. So, any guesses what we are going to discuss today? Nutrition? Okay. So, you have seen in the schedule? No. Okay. So, you just guessed about the nutrition. Okay. That's great. So, let's start the class. Everyone ready for today's class? Okay. I need extra energy today, right? Because it's a kind of special class for you all, right? Yes or no? Okay, that's great. So today we will be dealing with this nutrition. Now, in this nutrition, we are going to talk not just about the nutrition, but we are going to talk about so many things like what things you have to eat, how your day-to-day activity should be, or how we can calculate that what actually we are. We are underweight, overweight, normal weight, everything we are going to discuss today. Yes or no? Okay, that's great. Okay, before that, let's have a discussion like what you have eaten today. Yes, in breakfast. How many of you had your breakfast? Everyone? Or is there any student who skips the breakfast? Okay, how many of you feel skipping the breakfast? Anyone? Okay, I can see some of the students. Okay, how many of you have not brought the lunch today? And is there anyone who has not brought the lunch or who has forgotten to bring the lunch? Okay, no one. That's great. That's great. And how many of you have three meals in a day? Three meals. Three meals. Three meals in a day. How many of you have? Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How many? Everyone, right? But what if I say this is not the correct way of having food? Yes. So are you going to like? Are you excited to know how much meals should we have in a day, which should be in a correct manner? Yes or no? Okay, that's good. And how many of you wants to be healthy? No one. No one wants to be healthy from school one. Okay, that's great. So now let's start the chapter. Let's start these today's session. And very first thing, we are going to deal with this BMI. And what is the full form of BMI? Who is going to tell me? Do anyone know the full form of BMI? Yes, body mass index. Exactly. That's great. So how many of you knows your BMI? Anyone who knows their BMI? No, what is your BMI? What's your BMI? Yes? Okay. So today in this today's class, if you don't know that what is your BMI, we are going to learn that how we can calculate our BMI. Okay? Yes. And next, what I'll tell you that, I'll tell that you are going to go home and you are going to calculate your parents' BMI as well, okay? Everyone? Okay, now that's great. So I want everyone to sit straight and to have the attention on the screen, right? And no one should talk. Clear? Okay, that's great. So let's have body mass index. What we can have in this body mass index. See, so body mass index is a person's weight in kilogram divided by the square of height in meters. Okay, square of divided by square of height in what unit? Meters. Okay, everyone, I'll give you time to write. Okay, let's understand that how we can calculate BMI. Then I'll give you proper time to write it. Okay. Okay. How many of you knows your weight? How many of you knows your weight? School 1, school 2. Okay, that's very good. And how many of you knows your height? Everyone. Okay, that's great. So if you know your weight, if you know your height, today we are going to learn that how we are going to calculate BMI. Okay, and what is the necessity of knowing your BMI? Is it very important or it's just like that? Okay, let's have to calculate the BMI. It's nothing much important. What do you feel? Is it very important or it's not very much? Is it important? Not able to hear it. Yes or no? That's great. But see, you didn't knew, right? So today we are going to clarify this important thing and we are going to know our BMI, right? Ready, everyone? Okay. Now, let's have a formula for BMI.
We not written, sir.
Oh, you have not written? Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you time. Just write it fast.
Sir, can you explain again?
Okay. Okay. See, body mass index is basically what? If suppose I am going to, let's suppose, let's take my example. So what do you think? What will be my weight? Anyone wants to guess? 52? 100? I look like 100? How much? Okay, no, not 74. My weight is around 62 kgs. Okay, and my height is around, if I talk about in feet, so it's around 5'6". Okay, so we have this thing, these datas, but do we need height in feet or centimeters? Yes. Do we need it in height in centimeters or meter? So in the formula, the height should be what? Height should be in what? Meters. Exactly. So whatever the units we have, let's suppose if you are knowing your height in centimeters, let's suppose you are knowing height in feet and inches. First of all, we need to convert it into yes, exactly. And then we are going to have this value which is known as the body mass index. Clear? Written, everyone, so that we can go forward. Done? Okay, that's very good. Now let's move on. Note this formula, that is BMI equals to weight in kg upon height in meter square. Yes or no? Like basically we are just, if suppose your height is, just for an example, the height is 8 meter. So we are going to calculate its square and we'll divide it with the weight in kilogram, right? Okay. Write it fast. I need today's class to be very quick, to be very energetic, since we are discussing with the nutrition, right? Everyone should be very energetic. Okay, everyone sit straight. Your sitting posture also matters a lot, right? You might have seen some of the persons like they just bend and walk. The old people. Have you seen some people like this? So why they are bending? Just because of their incorrect posture which they followed in their early life, right? So if you don't want to like them, like the deformities, you should focus on your posture as well. Yes or no? Okay, everyone written the formulas. Now ready to calculate the BMI? That's great. So here I have the range. If suppose you get a value less than 18.5, then you are underweight. Between 18.5 to 24.9, you will be normal. Between 25 to 29.9, you will be overweight. 30 to 34.9, obesity class 1. 35 to 39, obesity class 2. And more than 40 is extreme obesity. Okay. So ready now? Let's see who are normal, who are overweight, who are underweight. Ready? That's great. Now, what you are going to do with this? If let's suppose you know your BMI. Now, what you are going to do with this? Yes, yes, yeah. Accordingly, we are going to do what? We are going to eat. We are going to exercise so that we fall under which category? Yes. Okay. So ready, everyone? Okay. So what do you want? Should I calculate my BMI or should I calculate any one of yours BMI? My BMI? Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Let me calculate my BMI. So my weight was how much? 62. 62. So let's have BMI equals to weight in what? Weight in kg. So should I write just 62? Yes, 62 kg. Okay. And what about my height? 5.6. But is it in feet and inches? No, it's not. 5.6 is basically in feet, right? So we need to convert it into what? Into meter. And how we are going to convert that? Yes. Yes, what? Okay. See, I'll tell you. So right now I'm just putting a value, like if we convert 5 feet into 5.6 feet into the meter, we will be having the value as 1.7 meter. Now, okay, yes or no? The question arises that how we are going to do this. Yes. So anyone who knows the formula, like how we can convert this? I am going to give you a trick. What I'm going to give you is that whenever you have a value in feet and inches, just multiply that value with a number that is 30.48. What? 30.48. So if you're going to multiply the value of feet with 30.48, you're going to get the value in meter. Okay, everyone? Yes or no? Okay. What was the value? 30.58, 48, 38. What? 48. Exactly. Okay. Now, so who is going to calculate my BMI now? Yes. So we have this 62 divided by 1.7 square. Yes or no? So what I'm going to get? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's have the calculation fast. Anyone?
21.45.
31 point?
Sir,
Yes.
21.45.
41 or 31 or 21?
21.
21.45. Okay. Anyone having any other answer?
No, sir.
Everyone is having the same answer.
Sir.
School 2, what's your answer? 30? Yes. School 2, what's your answer? Yes. Okay. So basically this 21 is the correct answer. So now, according to this chart, where do I lie? Am I normal? Am I underweight? Am I overweight? Am I obese? Normal? Yes or no? So now, do I need to take extra care of myself? Do I need to change my diet style? Do I need to include some exercise or whatever the thing? It's okay. Yes? Yes or no? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now everyone calculate your BMIs.
Sir.
Okay? I have some list of these students. If you want to check your height and weight, you can check from here. School 2, if anyone wants their height and weight from school 2, just let me know, I'll tell you. Anyone who doesn't knows their height and weight, just tell you. Yes, the first bench, the middle boy, sit straight. Yes, I'm giving you 5 minutes to not 5 minutes. 5 minutes will be very long time, right? Should I give 2 minutes? Yes. So I'm giving you 2 minutes to calculate your BMI. Now, do remember the value here which is given is in centimeter. You need to convert this thing into meter. Yes. Do it fast, quickly. I'm going to ask the BMI individually, like what is your BMI and now what you're going to plan. Will you stick towards the same thing or will you need to change? Okay, do it very fast. Let's see how many of you are having normal, how many of you are underweight, how many of you are overweight. Let's have a look. Yes, no, I should not hear any kind of voice from school 1, school 2. The school should be very pin drop silence, right? Yes, the second bench, first boy. I need your attention, everyone. I need your attention towards the screen. Done, everyone? Do it fast. Do it fast. School 2, you need your values. School 2, calculate it fast. Yes. How many of you have done? How many of you have done? No one? Calculating? Okay. Yes, school 1, is there an issue? No?
Harsh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Please give me a minute.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. How are you all doing?
Fine, madam.
Okay, all right. How is the class going?
Fine, madam.
Are you understanding what is happening today?
Yes, madam.
Yes, but why is there noise from school 1 especially? Is there any problem?
No, madam.
Okay, so you need to understand that the classes are very important, right? And you need to pay complete attention. Do you need somebody to be monitoring you? No, right? Especially boys from school 1, pay attention. And boys from the first 3-4 rows. All right? Yes? That's good. No more noise and only focus on the class. All right? Harsh, please continue.
Yes. Okay. So how many of you have done with your BMI? Anyone? Okay, do it fast. I'm just going to give 2 more minutes, okay? Okay, let's have a student. Will check. Okay, Sumar, Sumar come here. Is he present today?
Sir.
Okay. Sumar come here. Let's have Durga Prasad come here. Is he present? Okay. Now let's have from school 2. Let's have Geeta. Geeta, are you present from school 2? Okay, please come forward. And let's have another student from school 2. That is, sorry, Lokesh. Is Lokesh present? Okay, that's great. So Sumar, your data is like 155 centimeter, right?
Yes, sir.
So first of all, we need to convert this 155 centimeter into.
1.55 meters, sir.
Yes, exactly. That's very good. So have you calculated your BMI?
Oh, sir.
Okay. How much time you are going to take to calculate this? 2 minutes?
Yes,
2 minutes, Sumar?
sir. Sir.
Okay. Go back to your place and calculate the BMI as fast as you can. Let's see how many of you are going to calculate the first. Okay, let's have yes. Uh what's your name? We have, yes, Durga Prasad, right? Okay. What is your height?
160, sir.
160. Now, if we convert this into meter, then what will be that?
1.6, sir.
1.6. Yes. And you know the weight, right? So, so you are going to calculate the BMI, yes or no? Oh, okay. So go back to your place and calculate it fast. Yes, from the school too. What's your name? Lokesh. Lokesh, what's your height and weight? Okay. So I'm telling the height of the Lokesh. I have that. The height of the height of Lokesh is 6. I have 5 feet 4 inches. Okay. And your weight is around, I believe, 40 kgs. And then we have this. The height of, let's have, yes, the height of Geeta is that 4 feet 11 inches, and the weight is 36. Okay, so you know the height and weight. Now you can calculate the BMI.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go back to your place and calculate it as fast as you can. Okay, now till then, what we are going to do, at the last, I'm going to ask the values of BMI, but let's move on to the next session, next topic. Okay, you calculate the BMI and tell me in the last, like before ending the session. Okay, everyone. Okay. I'll give you time to do that. Yes.
16.6, sir.
16.6. So if Sumer is having 16.6, then is Sumer comes under normal category or underweight category? Yes. So Sumer need to eat a lot? Yes? No, he doesn't. He didn't. He don't need to eat a lot, but he need to eat a balanced diet. Yes or no? Okay. Now let's move on and let's have a discussion about the nutrition. Okay, but I have a question for you all. The question says that the BMI value 23.5 show.
Overweight. Overweight, sir.
Yes, normal or overweight? Overweight, exactly. That's very good. So now you understood that how you can calculate your BMI. Go home, calculate your BMIs of your mother and father as well, and tell them that you are overweight, you are underweight, or you are normal. Okay, everyone? How many of you are going to do this? That's very good. Now, let's have our favorite foods. Like, I'm having some options like this fruit basket, pizza, burgers, or Indian cuisine. How many of you like these pizza and burgers? Okay, be very honest. I know that everyone likes pizza and burger. No? No one likes? How many of you like fruits? That's great. And how many of you like dal, chawal, sabzi, and all those things? Okay. Okay, so I can see some of the students don't like dal chawal, but it's totally fine. But we have to eat that, right? Okay. How many of you are vegetarian here? Okay. And how many of you are rest like the non-vegetarian? Is there someone who just eats egg, not the meat? Is there anyone, someone? The vegetarian categories? No one? Okay, that's great. That's great. So see, if I'm talking about our favorite foods, so it can be this one, it can be this one, it can be this one, right? But if I ask you which one is the healthy, only fruits. Okay, fruits are healthy. If I name them one, two, three, so you said that fruits are healthy. So if suppose I leave everything, I leave eating everything, that dal, chawal, sabzi, I leave everything. Will I be able to survive only on fruits? Then how you are saying that fruit is the only healthy thing here? Exactly. So here the healthy things are basically one and three. And do you know that why this one and three categories are healthy? Do you know this? Yes. Do you know this? Why this one and three are healthy? Because they are what? They are the nutritious food. They are what? Nutritious food, right? Now, what are nutritious food? The foods which looks good are nutritious food. Yes or no? Very good. The food which looks good are nutritious food. Is it so? If I go to a restaurant, if they give me a lots and lots of, they have decorated the plate, they have put so many of unnecessary things, which is making the food looks good. But is that a nutritious food? No. So can we say that it doesn't matter how the food looks? The food can be nutritious and non-nutritious. Yes or no? So the nutritious, like how we decide the food is nutritious, basically the type, like what are the types of nutrients and minerals are present in the food. On that category, we decide the food as nutritious or non-nutritious. Okay, everyone? Yes or no? Okay, I'll give you time to write. Don't worry. You're just writing, writing, writing. Let us understand the concept. Then I'm going to give you 2 minutes time. And in that 2 minutes, you're going to write all the things. Okay? Focus on the screen. Yes? Pen down, everyone. Keep your pen in the notebook and close the notebook. Yes? That's great. I'll give you time. When we'll complete the nutritious section, I'll give you the time. Each slide, I'll give you 1 minute to write. That will be fine for everyone. Okay, that's great. Now see, in the nutritious food, we have basically 3 to 4 kinds of nutritions. One is the carbohydrates, one is the proteins, second is the fat, third is the vitamins and the minerals. Okay. How many things you need in your day-to-day life? One is yes, exactly. Now let's see what are the importance of these things, right? Do anyone knows about their importance? Like why carbohydrate is important, why protein is important? Yeah, protein. Okay, that's great. Fat and vitamins. Okay, let's focus on fat. Why fat is important? We generally consider fat is a good thing, not it's not a good thing, right? But still fats are important. Yes. What? Okay, who is going to tell me that what is the importance of fat in our body? We generally discuss that fat is not important. Fat, there's lots and lots of diseases and all those things. But do anyone know the importance of fat? No one? Okay, we are going to figure it out. See, carbohydrates are what? Carbohydrates are the major source of Yes, carbohydrates is a major source of. Yes, anyone is saying something? Any doubts? Are you asking any doubts? Okay. See, and glucose, our body produces energy from glucose. Like whenever we are going to eat something like carbohydrates or glucose, we get instant energy. So can I say that the carbohydrates are what? The carbohydrates are a major source of energy as well. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how many of you have heard about glucon D? And how many of you usually drink in the summer season? Okay. So do you know what is actually glucon D is? It's the glucose. It's the major content in glucon D is what? Glucose. Now see, when we drink that glucon D, you might have felt that, okay, you get an instant energy. Yes or no? Yes, like when we drink that, after 2 to 5 minutes, like we feel energetic, we are able to do some work again and right during the summer season. Yes or no? Yes. So if instead of glucon D, if you are going to have that fried potatoes like aloo ki bhujia, how many of you know about this aloo ki bhujia? Yes, the fried thing, potatoes fried, right? Which we used to eat with the paratha. So that also is going to give you an instant energy. Why? Because potato is also a good source of carbohydrate and the glucose. Yes or no? Yes. So in the similar way, we have this potato, rice, wheat. So if you need the energy, you need which kind of food? Ca- Okay, the categories. If you need the energy, you need carbohydrates in your diet. Yes or no? So can you skip carbohydrates in your diet? Yes. Can you skip carbohydrates from your diet? Like, okay, I'll not have carbohydrates for 1 week. Will it be possible? No. Why? Because you're not going to get energy, right? Okay. What was the next category? What was the next category of the food? Proteins, exactly. So let's have proteins. Now, we have studied cell structure, yes or no? And in the cell structure, we have seen that the cell membrane was made up of protein, yes or no? Yes. So can we say that like majority of our body is made up of proteins? Yes. And what the proteins do? It helps in building bones, muscles, as well as skin. Yes or no? Clear? Now, one more thing, which is very, very important, it helps in blood clotting. Now, do you understand the term blood clotting? Yes. If you get hurt, is it like the blood stops after some time? Yes or no? Yes. So the process of blood clotting we will be going to discuss in upcoming session of NS. So here just understand that for the blood clotting also we need what? Proteins. And how many grams of protein we need in a single day? 70 to 100 grams of proteins. Now, what do you think? Are you having the 70 to 100 grams of proteins per day? Okay. How many of you dislike milk? Okay. And how many of you love milk? Okay, to be very honest, if you don't like milk, I'm going to give an option for the milk. Okay, how many? I'm again asking again. How many of you don't like milk? Okay. Now, when I said I'm going to give an option, then I have seen the hands, right? Okay, see. Okay, if you don't like milk, do you like paneer? No? Okay. The ones who don't like milk that can go for paneer, okay, or other dairy products. Yes or no? Right? Okay, that's great. So if you can't consume milk directly, consume it in different ways, right? But the dairy products is a necessary part of our diet because it is what? It is giving us the protein. Exactly. So in proteins, we have the mushrooms and nuts. We have the meat and seafoods, fishes and all. We have milk and eggs. And there are some vegetables also which provides us lots and lots of proteins like the pea, wheat, etc. Okay? Clear to everyone? Proteins. Should I move forward? What was the another category? Fat. Now, fats means what? Ghee and butter? Okay. How many of you love ghee? Okay. And how many of you love butter? No butter? Okay. That's great. So see, like it is advisable that 1 teaspoon of ghee can be added in our daily foods. Okay, I'm telling 1 tablespoon of ghee. It's not like that in the whole day, like every meal you are going to add 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon of ghee. No, in the whole day you can have what? You can have 1 tablespoon of ghee. Okay, that is considered to be as healthy. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, there are two types of fats which are known as good fat and the bad fats. Okay, so these bad fats are going to do what? They are going to uh give rise to some of the diseases, but these good fats are what? They are necessary for our body. Now, why our body needs the fat? Source of energy. Okay, it is also a source of energy, but the major thing about the fat is that it protects our internal organs. Yes or no? Okay. Yes, the first bench. Why you're seeing back? Focus here, right? Okay. Now the second thing is that we have fats in our vessels as well, blood vessels. In the blood vessels also, we have what? We have some amount of fat. Now these amount of fats do what? It like the vessels, it prevent the vessels to get rupture. Okay, everyone? So that means what? If there will be no fat in our body, it will cause lots and lots of problem to us. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now see, it protects our internal organs. How it protects our internal organs? Let's suppose that if a very thin person, like the person who is not having fat at all, and if I punch that person very hard in the abdomen, will he get hurt?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? And the internal organs might get damaged. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And in the similar way, if suppose that a person who is having a good amount of fat, like the healthy fat is present, if I punch him, so the amount of damage the internal organs is going to receive will be less or more?
Yes.
Less. So can I say that fats act as a shock absorber? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's very good. So any doubts in fats? And what are the good source of fats? Only ghee and butter?
Yes, sir.
Yes, nothing else? No? See, we chicken is also a good source of fat. They can also give you the high amount of good fats. The seafoods like fishes are the good source of fat, right? And after this, we have this ghee and butter as well. Okay? Yes or no? Yes? Uh, can you please come forward and say?
Eating chicken every day, good fat or bad fat or bad fat, sir.
Yes, please repeat that. One person, one student.
Eating chicken daily, sir, it's good fat or bad fat, sir.
In chicken,
Yes, sir.
in chicken, is it a good fat or bad fat? You're asking this, right?
Daily, sir.
Daily. Yes,
Daily.
good fats in a limited amount can be consumed daily. Okay. Good fats in a limited amount. I'm not telling that you just bring a whole chicken and eat it every day. Like the limited portions, okay? Like 2 pieces of chicken you can have daily. It will going to provide you protein. It is going to provide you fat as well, okay? Okay. We have a proper diet chart for you. We'll come to that. Now, fats done. Any doubts in fats? That's very good. Now, let's have the vitamins and minerals. So, how many of you are having a habit of eating fruits? Yes. So, many of us don't have a habit of eating fruit regularly, right? Okay. Which is your favorite fruits? Orange. Banana, anyone? Banana? Okay. So, okay. Do you want to know my favorite fruit? No. Do you want to know my favorite fruit? My favorite fruit is an apple. How many of you like apple? Okay, that's very good. Now see, what does fruits do? Fruit provides us vitamins and minerals. What does the fruit do? Yes, vitamins and minerals. So if suppose you need vitamin A, what you can do is that you can eat guava, right? And all the leafy vegetables like the spinach, or we can say that like mustard leaves, they all have what? They all have the vitamin A. Yes or no? And vitamin A is very good for our eyes. Exactly. So the person like me who is having these specs should eat vitamin A in large amounts so that my eyes power can't go that much high. Okay, it will prevent my eyes to further deteriorate, to further lose my power. Yes or no? The persons who are not having these specs, they are the lucky one. You can have include the vitamin A in your diet and prevent using these specs, right? Now, there are vitamin B1 in which we have the potatoes, sweet potatoes, peas, corn. These things have the vitamin B1, okay? Yes or no? In the same way, we have the vitamin B2, B3, vitamin C, D, and Q. Okay, so these all the vitamins are what they all are very much necessary for our healthy lifestyle. Yes or no? Okay, during the COVID time, you might have heard that doctors were saying that have vitamin C in large amount. Yes or no? How many of you have taken that vitamin C tablet as well? Anyone? Okay, it tastes very good, right? Okay. So, but what was the reason behind this? Vitamin C was what? Vitamin C was having antioxidant property. It was antibacterial, antiviral properties, which will kill the virus and the bacteria. And in the meanwhile, it will also what? It will also prevent us in getting, a cough and cold. So vitamin C is one of the very good source when we have a cough and cold. Like you can take vitamin C, and that is going to help you to get rid of these cough and cold. Okay, okay, everyone. You can see guava everywhere. This here is guava, here is guava, right? So guava is a very important fruit. And how many of you have eaten? Like how many of you regular eat this guava? No one? Okay, you don't know guava what it is? Should I show you the image of guava? Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you the image of guava. So here we have the image of guava. Where it is? First one? This one, right? Okay, now tell me how many of you have this guava? No one? No one eats guava? Okay, so include guava in your diet. It's very easily available in your area, right? Yes? In my house I have a plant of guava, so whatever, whenever I see that guava which is which is not raw, I just pluck it from there and I just eat it directly. So if you have a plant in your home also, you can also do that. If not, you can just arrange a small plant from, like, wherever the plant is having the guava plant, or when you buy that guava plant, the seeds are there, right? You can sow that seeds in the soil, and within an year you will be able to have that guava fruit. Okay. Yes. Yes. Is someone saying something? Okay. Now let us now understand the balanced diet. Okay. Yes or no? Before going to the balanced diet, what I am going to ask you about is that the common food item. Okay. So let's see how many of you have, like, how many of you are having these types of food items. Let's see. So, ready everyone? Let's see how many of you knows about the kitchen items, how many of you knows about the food items, right? Ready? Should I show you all the images? Okay. See, what is this? Is it dal? Rajma? Okay. Okay. So, how many of you love this thing? How many of you eat it? Okay, it is roasted peas, matar, roasted peas. Yes, roasted peas. Okay, it is used, like, it is made like the dal only. You might have eaten, you are not able to recognize due to the images. Should I zoom it? Yes, ma'am. Yes, exactly. Now you got to. Okay. How many of you knows this thing? Okay. So what do you call in your language? Like, what's the common name there? Okay. In my city, it is being called as sukha chana. Yes. Chanachur, you are saying? Okay. That's great. So every city has kind of different names of the food items, right? So in English, what we can say is that we can say it is the roasted chana seeds. Yes or no? And what about this thing? What is this? Moong dal. Is it a moong dal? It's a Bengal gram, right? Yes. Now, do you know this is a very rich source of protein? Yes or no? Okay. Now, let's have the another thing. How many of Okay. Now, what do you say? Any one of you? I want to know the name of your thing. What do you all say this? Aloo patti. Okay. So in my city, it is called as chikki. Chikki. Yes. So it's groundnut chikki. Yes or no? Now it is a very simple thing, right? It's like, it's not very something great which is not available in our market, right? Everyone has, like, its availability. But and do you know the benefits of this thing? Do you know what nutrition it is going to provide to you? Yes. How many of you knows about the nutritional value of this chickpea? See, it has jaggery in it. Yes or no? Yes. It has peanuts in it, right? Jaggery is rich in iron, and iron is necessary for your blood, right? And groundnut is rich in what? It is rich in protein. So this chickpea, which is a very simple food, which is easily available, is a rich source of proteins as well as the iron. Yes or no? Now, what is this? Okay. How many of you knows about till? Till. Yes. So it is what? It is sesame chicky. It is known as sesame chicky. Clear? So are they very hi-fi foods? Have I brought them from some other countries or some other area? Is it's easily available? Yes or no? Okay. Now let's talk about these fruits. Is it very hi-fi or something very? Okay. So we have, what is this? And what is this? Yes, exactly, bad. And what is this? Honey. And this one? This one? Okay, how many of you love jamun? Jamun, anyone? Okay, so this is what this is. And this is mango. Again, I'm going to ask you the same question. Have I brought these things from other countries? Everyone has eaten these things. So all these kinds of foods are available in our surroundings. So what if I say that including all those things only, we can follow a balanced diet? Will it be very easy to follow a balanced diet then? Yes or no? If we have these simple food items, which we are going to include in our day-to-day life, and then we are going to have a balanced diet, it's very easy, right? So do we need to go to restaurant to follow a balanced diet? Yes? No, we don't need to go to restaurant to have a balanced diet, right? The balanced diet is basically that kind of thing which can be cooked in our home as well. Yes or no? That's great. So do you know, want to know that what actually balanced diet is? Yes? Yes, that's very great. A diet which contains all the kinds of nutrients, that is carbohydrates, protein, vitamins, minerals in the correct portion. It should not be like that in a particular thing, the fat is more. In a particular dish, protein is more. Each and everything must be in which must be in a correct proportion. Yes or no? That's very good. So do you want this to be written in your notebook? Oh, written? Okay, write it fast. I'm going to give you 1 minute break, okay? Written, everyone? Write it fast and quick, quick, quick. Yes, I hope now you all have written, right? Okay. So understood about the balance, right? A diet which should have all the nutrients in a correct proportions. That's very good. Now see, why do we need to have a balanced diet? Why? Yes. Number one thing is that to avoid developing diseases. Yes or no? Right. Second thing is what? If we are going to have improper diet, we might become obese. Yes or no? We might accumulate fat in our body. Yes or no? And if we include, like, if we are having lots and lots of fat, what will happen? We will be prone to certain kind of diseases like the heart disease, blood pressure, diabetes, all those things, right? No one of us wants to be in a sick lifestyle. Yes or no? Yes. Do you want to be sick or something like that? No. So how we can prevent these things? We can prevent these kind of diseases easily by having a balanced diet. Yes or no? And following a balanced diet is a very difficult thing, right? Right? Yes, it is a difficult thing, but if we simplify it, it will be very, very easy. Yes or no? Yes or no? That's very good. So we have created a very good diet chart for everyone. And in that diet chart, we have included all the very simple foods which can be followed by each and every one of you. Do you want me to show that diet chart? Do you want me to show that? Okay, how many of you are going to follow that diet chart? At least how many of you are going to try to follow that diet chart? Okay, and rest of them? Rest of them? No, you're not going to follow? Follow? Okay. So, so I am going to talk about the diet chart. But first of all, what I'm going to say is that if I give you two options like this and this, which option you're going to choose? Okay. Now, since we have discussed about the balance diet, so you're telling about the second one, right? Okay. Is there anyone who wants to eat this as well? But sometimes we have some temptations, right? Eating chowmin, chili, and all those things, right? Yes or no? Like sometimes we want to eat that. Yes or no? So can we eat it in a very low amount? Let's suppose in 1 month, if I talk about in a month, like every 15 days you can have these things, but what we should do is that if we are having maggie, if we are having chowmin, if we are having paneer chili or something like that, what you should include is that include lots and lots of vegetables in them. What you should include? Vegetables. If you are including the vegetables, the nutritional value of those junk foods can be increased little bit. Yes or no? But that doesn't mean that every day you are going to put lots and lots of vegetables and you're going to have junk foods, right? This is not the case. In 15 days, like in a month, in a month per 15 days, you can have these junk foods. But remember to include lots and lots of vegetables. That's great. Now, before moving towards the diet chart, I have something for you. The carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and vitamins we all have discussed. Yes or no? But the carbohydrates has a particular name. They are known as energy giving food. They are known as what? Yes. Fats is also are what they're considered to be as also energy giving component. Yes or no? Because these both categories provides us energy, right? And let's have the protein. Protein makes our body. So can we say that bodybuilding food is the proteins? And what do vitamins and minerals do? It protects us from our diseases, right? Yes or no? Can we say that protective foods are basically vitamins and minerals? Yes or no? Now, combining all these things, we have what? We have a diet chart for you all. So, are you going to follow this diet chart? Okay, that's great. So, here is the diet chart for you all. Let's suppose in the breakfast, like at what time in generally you have the breakfast? Yes, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Okay. So here what I have done, I'm going to explain this thing, and the rest what you can do is that this diet chart is going to be stick on your school. You are going to get this diet chart from your school. You just note it down there. Okay. And try to follow it. Okay, everyone. The diet chart will be available in your school, and you need to make a note of it and you try to follow the diet chart. In the next session, I'm going to ask you that how many of you have able to follow this diet chart. Okay. Okay. Now see, we have given three options. How many options? Three options. Like for the breakfast, we have three options. Okay. Then after the breakfast, we have a mid-morning snacks. Now this mid-morning snacks, we generally what? We generally skip this, right? Yes or no? After the breakfast, we generally have the lunch, right? So to fill the gaps, we are going to have what? We are going to have mid-morning snack. And in this, we can have what? We can have boiled corns, we can have kheera, we can have sprouts, we can have what? Nuts, that is peanuts, roasted gram, bathani, and dry fruits. Okay, everyone? Will you be able to check the diet chart now? Are you able to understand that how you are going to check these diet charts? Okay. Okay. I am going to give this diet chart in your school, and I hope that you are going to follow this diet chart, right? Okay. Now let's talk about the basic exercise. Okay. How many of you do the exercises? Yes. Exercises means going to the gym? No, it's not. Like exercise doesn't mean that going to gym, right? I also don't go to gym, but I exercise regularly. So in the home only, what simple exercise we can do? One of the most effective exercise for our age group is this Surya Namaskar. How many of you have heard about this Surya Namaskar? Okay. And how many of you have performed it in your life? Like once, twice, thrice, at any point of time, how many of you have performed? Okay, do anyone know all the steps of this Surya Namaskar? Anyone who knows all the step of this Surya Namaskar? No one? No? Okay, that's great. So if you know the steps of this Surya Namaskar, that's very good. And if you don't know the steps of this Surya Namaskar, so do you want a video to show this Surya Namaskar? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to share you a video so that you can check what does this actually Surya Namaskar has in their steps. Okay. So what is the best time to perform this exercise? In the morning. Yes, exactly. When you wake up, just try to like after freshen up, just try what? Just try to perform this exercise. Okay. Okay. Now let's have this Surya Namaskar here. And let's see, let's have this. Okay, I hope that my screen is visible to you, all right? Okay, so let's have this Surya Namaskar. Okay, yeah, the video is loading. Let's wait for a while. Yes, are you able to see the video? That's very good. So this is the steps of the Surya Namaskar. Yes, note down the steps, everyone. I need everyone to note down the steps. The first step. Yes. How many steps total we have in Surya Namaskar? 12 steps. It's an easy exercise, yes or no? Okay. Try to follow the diet chart. Try to follow the exercise for a 1 week, and you are going to feel the difference in your body. Like earlier, I also don't used to do exercises. I also just sit and do the work. But when I started following the diet, I started doing the exercise. The body is very free. You will be active all day. You will feel energetic all day. So just try to follow it for 1 week. If you feel good, continue for the other weeks also. But this thing is very necessary in our life. Yes or no? If we will be healthy, we will work healthy, we will earn more, we will work a lot, we will have success, right? If we will not be healthy, we'll be keep getting sick and everything will be ruined. Yes or no? So health is wealth. We have to take care of our healthy, right? Yes or no? That's very good. So let's have a question. And this says that good foods are always expensive. Yes or no? How many of you feels yes? Yes, the good foods are not expensive. The good foods are really, really very cheap. Guava is very cheap, right? Jamun is very cheap. Yes or no? Dal chawal is very cheap, right? We eat every day. Actually, the non-nutritious foods are very, they are not very cheap. Like pizza and burger, they're non-nutritious, but they take a huge charge from us to eat this, right? So kind of we are foolish, right? That we are giving lots and lots of money to have non-nutritious food, right? Yes or no? So the answer to this question is no, exactly. So now, how many of you are going to take a pledge with me that today, from today, okay, everyone, just stand up from your seat. Let's have a pledge. Okay, say after me. I am going to take care of my health as well as my parents' health. I will try to follow the diet chart and will try to lead a healthy lifestyle. Okay, that's very good. Clap for everyone who has taken the pledge and try to follow this. You follow? Okay. Now, in case of any doubts in anywhere in the diet chart or anywhere, you can and we are going to help you. Okay, everyone? Okay. So bye-bye, everyone. Did you like this session? Not much. Did you like this session? That's very good. See you in the next class, everyone. Bye-bye.